So at one point or another, you're going to want to change the links on your page. So you're going to style all of the links to be a specific color, and you might want to change what happens when they're visited as well. So if we create an anchor here with an href, and inside we say, I don't know, Google or something like that, and we link this through to google.co.uk. I have obviously visited google.co.uk, so we have this sort of purple colour on it. Now, Chrome Developer Tools doesn't give us any information about this yet. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. Let's create a link, though, to something we haven't visited. So, for example, Facebook. Let's change this to facebook.com. Okay, so there we go. We've got a blue, which is the default, that sort of blue. Let me just zoom in a little bit. That blue color, and then we've got that purple color when we visited it. So we're going to learn how to style these up in that kind of way. So what we want to do then is find out how we can check the default styles for this visited kind of style. So if I click on this element here, up here is this ability to toggle our element state. When I click on that, you can see we've got active, focus, hover, and visited. So let me explain each one. Active basically means you are clicking it. So you've clicked and you're sort of holding the cursor down on that. Focus means it's in focus, either by tabbing into it. This is commonly used with form fields though. So when we start to build up form fields on a page, when a user's in there, you might want to put a little, board around it or something like that. Hover obviously means when your mouse is hovering over it, and this doesn't obviously work for tablet and mobile devices or smaller devices that, or even larger devices that have a touch screen. Hover is sometimes activated on these devices with only touch screens when you actually click it as well. And visited is what we expect. It's, well, the stars when we visit it. So I'm going to toggle this element state, and you can see that under our computed styles, if we just have a look here, it gives us this sort of purple color here. So basically, we can toggle the element state. So for Facebook, for example, when I hit hover, when I hit visited, you can see I'm toggling that element state. But what we want to do is customize these. So over in our main.css, we're going to use these pseudo elements. We're going to say a link. This basically means any anchor that is an actual link. So I'm going to say color, I don't know, red. And we're going to use some awful colors here, but it doesn't matter too much. So all links are now red. But what about links that are visited? Well, we're going to say a visited are going to be a color of green. There we go. So we've now changed the normal link color and the visited link color. Now let's look at hover. And hover applies not only to anchors, it applies to other elements as well. I'm going to say on hover, I want the text decoration to be none. So it's not just the color we can change. We can change pretty much anything about the anchor as long as we can actually change the property. So now when I hover over any of these, whether it's visited or not, the underline goes from this. So that's a little introduction about how you can change the links on your page. This will change them globally, so all links on your page. You're going to want to make sure you always have a visited color though. This is really, really important because it's so annoying when you go onto a website and you not sure which links you visited and which ones you haven't. It's a really good idea to keep the color changed. A lot of people tend to do something like this, like so, and they'll just do that. And then when you land on the page, you say, I'm not sure which links I've visited, particularly if those links are either on or either say you have a list of things that you want a user to do. You want to signify somehow that a user has visited a particular link or not. So that is basically how we style links on a page.